What made you want to be part of this incredible film, which you were incredible in, by the way?
First off, it was Viola Davis. It's not every day that you're driving in Clapham Junction and you get an email from Viola like, wait, what? I had to pull over and read that real quick. Oh, yeah. That's one of them ones. But I feel like it's just the combination of a great ensemble with skill and with the passion to be able to tell a story that we feel, needs this nuanced, heartfelt take. And it just felt great to just come on set, go to South Africa, and shoot something that's for us, by us.
I heard you tell your story about how you almost didn't get into film school, you campaigned, you did. What made you want to tell this story particularly?
It's a story we've never seen before. It's my chance to put us up on screen in a way we've never been seen before. A way that if I was a little kid, what this movie would have meant to me and what it means to me as an adult. We don't often get that chance, and I feel like all my work up until this point has led me to the place where I can tell the story the right way.
How many times have you watched the film with an audience?
I'd say about 12. Yes.
What made you want to be part of this film?
Oh man, where do we begin? I mean, it's an African story, and we get to tell our stories. And I've always loved epics. I've loved 300, Troy, Gladiator, and to be in one of our stories, and when I get to be the villain and swing swords, and I couldn't pass up on it. So it was just exciting just to be part of the process, definitely.
Oh, Jenny Packham. It's glorious. I wanted to be bejeweled. I wanted to feel regal. Because I come from regal people, and I wanted to represent that within my attire today. And then I wanted everything to be number one, which is gold. It's my favorite color.
Mine too. That's why I look amazing. This evening. Here in London for the premiere. How does it feel to be kind of back in your hometown?
Oh man, it's the best. I've been so looking forward to this screening in particular. They've all been incredible for different reasons, but it always hits different when you get to show your hometown.
How many times have you watched it with an audience?
I've watched it twice, so this will be my third viewing.
And what's been the most satisfying audience reaction so far?
The Smithsonian Museum in DC, the Museum for African American History. These two teenage girls came up to me and asked me for a photo, and they were dressed up in costume, and it was just mad. I wasn't expecting it, and it was just beautiful to see the impact of the film in a very immediate and visual way.
I think South Africa. There's nothing like going to see this movie in Africa and on the continent with young people. That to me was the most amazing experience. I literally just got back yesterday. So screening this movie throughout Johannesburg, going down to Durban was fun, and to see that the continent, they're ready for this content as much as everybody else. So there's a synergy here.
I was in South Africa this past week, and we did 2 screenings there. It was the second screening where the first screening was more celebrities, and the second one was civilians. Absolutely blew me away. They were doing the chants at the very end, the Agogie, Wusi chants. Absolutely loved it.
So this will be my second time. The first time was when I saw the premiere in Nigeria, and this will be the second time. So I'm excited for everyone to see it. Being the villain, I know people are going to hate me, but somebody has to be the bad guy. So I'm excited to see people's reactions.
You know what? There was a friends and family we did in LA, and it was the first time my younger son saw the movie. That was the most special to me because I was away to shoot this. It's really hard, and I wanted him to be proud of the movie and understand why I was away, and he loved it. So that was the most important.
That's really special. Viola, thank you so much for this movie. It's absolutely incredible. What made you want to take on this project?
It made me want to take because, first of all, it's a great role. And it's a great role that's fully realized. It's all the things that I fantasize about in terms of changing my body, doing a fight scene, challenging myself physically, but also challenging myself emotionally and creating a character. And then it was a chance to just have all of these incredible black women shine. My husband and I, we started this production company because we wanted to do elevated content for people of color. And it fit into our mandate, Yeah.
What's the legacy from this film? How are you going to make sure that women like you and I continue being seen and feeling part of the conversation?
You know what? My legacy is always to make people feel less alone. I know I felt very alone as a black woman, especially as a dark-skinned black woman. by sometimes even my own community. If I can do that with my art and my work, I think that makes a life. It makes a good life.
Tell me, what made you want to get involved in this film?
Oh my gosh, the story itself. It's an amazing story. I, for one, did not know about, the Agojia warriors growing up. I found out about it in 2019, that it's an all-female army that actually existed in real life. It's a story that I would have liked to have seen growing up. And I'm just grateful that I can gift it to the next generation.
You did some really, really intense scenes, both physically and emotionally. How did you prepare for that?
Well, emotionally, it's about preparing the character's backstory, doing whatever research that I needed to do. I think working, with hair, makeup, costume, working with Viola, having conversations with Gina, rehearsing, that helped me prepare for that. And the physical scenes were hours of training. It was hard, but it was great.
Look, you put all these guys through their paces with some really intense training. Did you do any training yourself, Gina?
Absolutely. I have access to free trainers. Of course I'm going to. Yeah.
Are you going to keep any of that on?
It's great because Thuso's in Los Angeles. Thuso and I trained together with the trainer that trained all the women. We trained with Viola. It just bonded all of us in a really special way. And so once you have that type of body and you feel that good about yourself, you don't want to stop.
Is there anything from the training regime that you're going to keep up and keep at?
Listen, I can still do a spear a little bit. I can still work with a spear. And I never used to do weight training before. I didn't think it was really for me. I haven't kept it up too tough, but I have picked up a weight every now and then, and I do actually enjoy it now. So, yeah, I think I'd keep up the whole thing, but just not to the same level of intensity, maybe once a week.
Have you kept up any of the training?
I have, actually. I completely fell in love with it. And so after rapping, I still, carried on with martial arts. I still work with Gabby, doing strength training. She continues to beat my buttocks. But yeah, I absolutely love it.
Listen, we worked hard on the film, yeah. We worked hard. We needed a break at the end, and I'm glad we got it. I may have taken too much of an extended break, but my muscle memory is good because I played sports when I was younger, so I'll be back in it soon. But I'm proud to have just been able to sit back and just let the film speak for itself.
Sometimes you need to do that. You're in London for the premiere. How does it feel to be home?
Good. And look, I've been so grateful for the response around the world. It's been incredible. When you come to your hometown, I just feel like we're just going to get, I just feel like we're going to get all that in there. And that's what I'm really yearning for. So I look forward to everyone celebrating it in the cinema and then us celebrating after.
Amazing. And if you're Woman King for the day, what would be your first rule that you put in?
If I was Woman King for the day, it would be some kind of music-based, party-based situation. I think you got to start with celebration and then the hard work can be done afterwards. And we can think about that later,
Can I join in?
Of course. It's free for everybody.
Wow. These are tough questions, man. You know what? The first rule would be more films like this being made.
If I were king for the day, I would even the playing ground for everybody. First thing. I don't know how I would do it, but that's what I would want to do.
What would I do if I was king for a day? I'll probably make sure that there's no one, it's like everyone is taken care of. So, there's always a big divide, especially back home in Nigeria, there's a big divide, rich and the poor. Everybody's taken care of, and make sure no one uses their position to oppress people because they have more. So I think that's what I'll do, make sure everyone's taken care of.
Stop.
Now, if there's going to be a Woman King too, we don't know, but if there is, what would it take for me to be cast as like a best friend?
We did the best we could, but no, I'm proud of the work.
I've got this kid.
You do. You have the look.
I love watching someone else there.
You do. I don't do sequels, but you can talk to Viola about that. But